Proposition 62, repeal of the death penalty initiative. Look, I'm not even going to go into it. There's so many wrongfully accused people in jail at this point. I don't really think that it's up to us to determine how long they should live. You know what? You got someone who you want to execute. Don't execute him. Make him sew quilts in his cell. I am not in favor of you killing someone in the way that Bush did when he was a governor and then turn around and find out that those people were innocent. That's not going to cut it. And then you turn around and give the family a few couple million. Here's what we're going to do. We are going to vote against giving the judicial system the right to determine if an inmate lives or dies, if that inmate is guilty. So ultimately, life without parole would be the extreme maximum sentence anyone could get. The measure does require that anyone who is sentenced to life in prison without parole to work, and anywhere between 20 to 50% of their income will go towards paying what it costs the state to keep them in prison. Proposition 62 would now make it anywhere between 40 and 60% of their earnings would be used to pay for their stint in prison. Ultimately, the bill proposes to repeal the state death penalty. And like I said, it would help to further reduce the risk of murdering innocent people in prison, because apparently there are a lot of them. If I could keep it 100, I don't think that criminals go, you know what? I don't want to do that, because then that's going to cause me to be eligible for the death penalty. Man, I better pull back, take this crime down a couple notches. Now look, I get it. It's expensive to keep these lifers in jail, somewhere around $90,000 a year per inmate. But again, they would be working off anywhere between 40 and 60% of their debt. It's a requirement. Look, man, the racial disparity in the prison industrial complex is extremely difficult to fathom when you have been living on the naive side of America. But believe me when I tell you that there is so much unjust incarceration for people of color that you have to take into consideration there are people getting off from life sentences right now who were accused of heinous crimes. And these new programs that have been put in place to prove their innocence. And these people are suing their states for anywhere between $1 and $20 million because they spent their life in prison wrongfully. So if I can make a decision that will help reduce the chances of innocent people being boxed in with the few bad apples, I'm gonna do that. We know that the ACLU has issued reports stating that there is a major racial disparity in the United States justice system, and now we want to continue to go ahead with the death penalty, even though we have a history of wrongfully murdering people on death row. Nah, you ain't stopping this one. I am in favor of repealing the death penalty in the state of California. I'm voting yes on Proposition 62.